na ushe e brother no bro mo free court buy omo free court then mo na we saw a man omo se ono no yo Bronii papa na Bronii ofa na Kumase ma bi no mu etugu Bronii papa so hrono. Then I ask myself say if Bronii papa and the free court aba and the Kumase for my be hro ni say na da ye de that the Lumba betu mpam Bronii ankase pie Kumase a then besi Sammy Rasta.
I ask myself the same question. The same question. Because of a yana enkofobi kase ase eye obi fi se eye efa Akosua Serwaa na abonkofo pa se omunkoye ni omuye sa asem ne ba mitirim no ade ba mitirim ye ba ko pe se susuan pa se court ruling ni ba na ekotia Akosua Serwaa edien esa eni ye twa to ho no ma ema awarefo because uhwe edwomfo ma ni nyina na they are all awarefo nko an no ma ba like they just want to protect that space institution no
that space
uhu omo aho keka de omo pese omo ye no not necessarily say bi omo tan Bronii ana
minimi kwa mbobra minimi ku na abre nti he sa no mo
nti there are interesting days ahead of us eno de beba na offer billboards ya oma sisi me a me hu bi me fi Kumase na eba na ya one thing is say me hu bi wo Kumase
na hu wan
enkran
e fa sai
tesano se me VIP bus me VIP bus me buy me to many a Lumba na poster na bohwe the mimi hu ya no so different from picture bi a me say hu that means enye one billboard say ya starting to see billboards. Wow. Last week ye discussing me can Abusuapanin asem and based on the interview no aye no Abusuapanin tonable because of her ohwe sa me the interview ni nyina ba bia eye mayi ne eye Akosua Serwaa sen eye ne busuani no eye also your sofo bibi sa Abusuapanin ka say o diska and chop money Akosua Serwaa chop money or no the man
one miss bote
I think so.
No yeah that was it
elder
bote
na ya announce say papa eje chop money ma na afei papa frey e wo show ni so a receive unim krada. Now I ask myself, what was the intent of, like I say, also me koyi skano. Esa me yen me di adwuma mo say me ni skano. And so I have to be sending money to even people that have not called them say me mfrɛ ba ma send this scam. Of Ajman. Me mfrɛ wo ma send this scam. Scam so I me send them out e purpose. Into me send them out me mfrɛ wo no. What's the brain behind it?
Obako homa.
Ama why?
Why no send this kind of man?
Inti no na nipa no ye nti wo this kind of man no na anko pie wo radio so a unfrɛ nipa no
why no send this kind of?
Abusuapanin so on send.
Emma why?
Eye papa ya ye kana sem elder
but so on fanya dey.
Akosua Serwaa akonhu.
Is that how we do it?
And I ask myself,
who Abusuapanin betimi Akosua Serwaa akonhu?
Who dey tie?
Odi party Germany.
Offer tie. Who dey tie? Mama yen hwe bibi. The entire ye wo court no. Adi we ya enkofo me pese enkofo adwini be fi so the reason why we are in court. The reason why we are in court is that lawyers representing Bronii and Abusuapanin said that omuma Akosua Serwaa enye kuna tio enti won recognize it now ko send this kama ne ye den
that Lumba mama I mean
Say that Lumba mama.
Aye, say on and over.
There be you know on no kwan on any over.
Say be so send be more Broni so.
Or Dobro kwan on any over. Ofa. Or Dobro kwan on any over.
And if you were Manchester, you were Croydon.
Enti wo bo akohomedie e kai so ayirinum nyina no wo kire ye se ayirinum eye 6 and baby mama ha we de nye ayirinum krasem di omo alumba ni omo because say me de enti am obeka so send this scam Akosua sebo according to Abusuapanin de wo letter wo ma lawyer ni tro ni che say unhu ni say e na wo gina court sesi ano o testify say ya ma evidence e say onye yire until I walk out and I'm not sure he's going to say anything either than the why
into send this car command
and you send this car man so ye dey
on from hwenkora no
enkwala no and na mibusa say until mo maka no so ma me mo you are just confusing the confused you are just confusing the confused media mi daso gina ba bia mi gina me nsesa adwene da say entawatawa ekoso Lumba busuamu ni na yie hu ni nyina no eyi nipa ba ko pe na o hwe ni actions ne ne niema bia say e kasa na Abusuapanin nim kasa mon kasa na ompe ebi obi a obekasa ama no because kasa na yi ni ma every day one interview so seen so no kasa
na obi nim kasa ye fa na Abusuapanin
sentina paako forces paako so for say omo pese omo
yeah, because your criteria you this selective position bia na so obi according to you you think onim kasa
no I see
obi nim kasa on qualify so be Abusuapanin because empani for say opani bia due mate menteye ya di nyansa ene da abusua no ene nyansa ni bi efri kasam enti se woni mu kasa untumi na abusua no ene wo fa se brempoma hwe woni nentam ene Faustina Fosu ono so gina he eti de Abusuapanin de wo de nkabom na eden eba na untumi mfa nkabom ma no wo deserve so ye Abusuapanin mate so yes we Pentecost elder ana me dem mate so we Pentecost elder pa I'm a staunch member of the church they should take him on
because offer get to make kasa ne say odise kronkron we very famous actor me a twe camera si so for interview first time e ho na obehoro Lumba subanya enye. It did not come from us. First from the Abusuapanin anka say ono ne kra Lumba chiri ema ne niema enye bi ne ho niema. He is the first person or catch or mafie or ne kokonye like you know beke kan sansem ni nyina o nti na me so onim kasa no
senti na me so say on qualify so be panimu
so nti kasa okọ opemso na so ya kire say konekoto to niema ne fabra okọ ye na BBS no wantimi amfa ankoda empanifo bio na ma lawyers etro kata say ye ma Akosua Serwaa enye kuna enu ntimi gina court intino usha interview a the last time one of the our sister station utim say Abusuapanin struggle with even how to eniema why so explaining ma entiase ba no you are just saying things esa the own doubt about him because say ube send this chop money ama because where you 30,000 say 30,000 year juma intino ene mami send me ma we te ba na we akase mama we iska nti se nka papa no ti se de o kan o se ya mfre no an kan kire ne se yes wakogi sika bi se mo ameyi ni ho ano a nti se anka obi anim se eda ho no Abusuapanin iska e de bo akonhoma and this is even the first time that you are doing it. Intimisre ohwe no ntimi a Say the coach too free. Ontie coach ni baby ojina. On fan to her. And now on the on chin who free. Your friend say a year no to ye no answer. Na the otu for a pound on money near ni moon on the on yes oh made them pie botte actually.
Samuni bibi. Say any pako quarter. A monsoon between two people. Ah, and tiasie any juma ewo say yes settle wo fie eti ne de akokot nyesa edipa mienu gina quarter omum mienu nyina obi anim no kore no de onim se wafom no onim se wafom de onim se onfom ye no onim se onfom ye but omoko challenge case no because obi anim se court yen kan kore wo eye fact evidence based. But let me tell you the truth. Dear odinu kure ebu attention on krum eye nature. Court emu atten ewo enokura kwan so eye fact wo evidence no enna wo de to a court no gina so emma wo judgment. Unya sa judgment na wunya wo nipa ni so wawie. Usi abonten a na mframa frɛ no aka kyerɛ sɛ media no korɛ ɛna mede adwuma na ɔde ne no korɛ justice ato na no ɛyɛ adwuma you have no idea ɛyɛ adwuma you have no idea eti court de yɛbɛtumi akɔ na evidence yakeka ne mabomu na court no ɛde ne fact findings ne nyinaa hu sɛ oh yɛhwɛ mu no yɛhu sɛ ampa sɛ nɛteɛ na wanya wo judgment no bia bu sama yes sir upia bonten a na nature nso awia asase emframa no wa take over
of the midi twa to Mr. Papashi yes ube show love and support for your side, but you see we are in the middle of a problem. Pe unity between the family. Yi ohene esi abusua no mu sesese no onano na omoama enti. Say ye kukuamu nkomo na mu die. Enya nye ya. Why would you come and grant interview giving a date? Awunya busuani o, unya busuapanyin o. The fact you support Akosua Serwaa nkyerese you have that liberty to come and announce date anyhow.
Or say next year,
March 14th.
When the catcher,
when the mouth, they be not catcher or crown the mouth said to me, no. To me, Ben or Papa Siwa or Digna, so yes, I did.
Or your man Kofu dinner.
Too much. Oh, too much. No, Kwana would dog. Akosua say wow, and I know Kwana was supporting. But yeah, man, you too much. Too much of everything is bad. Into Mr. Papa Si. Omo ben no kasa nkyere no say on kana no asem ni kwae wo court ye guso aye wo de vampire wo ye sofo vampire anywhere nyina ta na chi ne enhwe de court sembisi but you speak on authority as the nanano matena se akasa say 13 for wo de empo say ebia you are contesting it behind say ye besesa date na maninka honom na mpanyufo ankasa enya fide aso ne ye beka say na Serwaa me here muni we mu kwan se omu na be kwa na so Lumba. Why were we saying that?
Because they're wrong.
Because you don't have that right. Tibre wo busua no mu ye de. Nti papa shi na o gina media no mu share date no. Udibia wo busua no ma ne de. Omu ni nkasa na de oye no oya amana do so kwa too much.
Me da sesa me rasa. Papa shi in fact edoso. Kwame bodo onso yenko
onso what do Papa shi echi ebe say me din
Kwame
Ajimai last 2 weeks o kan sembi say e fa no Lumba sembo hu ye be ka che
of course
enye se efunu obia
me am from da
na wonim Lumba asemu yi Ajimai aye ade a esuade kese amanipa. Can you believe say in any 3 days me walk kwa atibi na me also for be din komo na me ka kire ni say one asori eni aware osem eboa na am sorry ni aware Then I went on to tell him, say, aware ni nyina ne fapem so ba akosan. Ade na wosan no, enye aware kra, enye asori krata. Eye mra na wosan. Afi ni waye din. But na ye woni pamu. Nti na me koso a me gunani mase. Because the members wo ho. Ana me kire no. Ade a ono kwampo a waye sofo for so many years no. He doesn't know. Then he talked about, say, oh, yekoye engagement. And I'm saying, there's nothing like engagement. Aware no, eye ti say, miensa no, eye nkrakra nkwan, eye nkwan. Ye wo nkate kwan, eye nkwan. Ani ye wo aben kwan. Eno so ye nkwan soronko. So, utimi ka say, wo de ba ko ye stage 1, ana we o ya ye engagement do na ye kwakoye. When in actual fact, we engagement in the now we go ye first ordinance na kate tradition engagement now the so-called engagement. Enti we na ma emrantie bi astarte eti nieba bi asese oh samo netie. Enti unim yankai Lumba for anything kwampuna ye kai no for sa ade we ya ase ya hata sumu so amanfo ni made ko eye aware no. Now it is like yeah when
it's clear now.
Yes. Ajima na me feel na me ba say asem we me de me boss mo a me de swa ye friend say no Abusuapanin bet ni nyina achi no eye ne lawyers no ana live up to the job they were supposed to do, because ono Abusuapanin onimumra oye Abusuapanin enti onimumra enti no ana ofamo as ne lawyers, so you can be in that position as advisory, so you too. But pa wunyame anim ese as lawyers a moshua ngoma a munim say ordinance aware civil se wo beguna obi bie ni wiase obetime guno except a judge. Now we can say onipa no e de ensa ekoye ye de ensa egu traditional marriage ye mfa ensa engu ordinance marriage. So say Abusuapanin put na ni buafu ana ni re free ni ho say untimi engu ordinance aware sa you acting the capacity as his advisor no need you to write that me kwapa me nye lawyer me kaya mu say this thing is so bad, like how were you able to pen it? It's not like the man instructed you say chinchinacho when you knew very well say idea way but it to be contested in court. So the lawyers of Abusuapanin or Bronii. Yep.
I believe, sir. I strongly believe, sir. Mitie Abusuapanin no ne kasa ne interviewer. It means, sir, they did it at the blind side of him. Yeah, that's how I see.
Like the lawyers did it at the blind side of him,
because on say the same lawyers no represented a friend say
Bronii.
And so therefore I believe, because utie mitie Abusuapanin interview no ye na or say or not dear okayan from omumienu and tawatawan by and waka say omumienu nyina anye onka bebia da. That's how
even no crampono. Sami, there's a problem here. The problem is that there is me who hawa Abusuano represented by one law firm. No, ebe saying etimi I represented a wife, like I put it, a supposed wife, quote on unquote, because a bano say ye chadie na ye che a Japadian in Yama. Abusuano will be on one side, and the wife no will be on the other side, representing two different interests. So a ban saying na omumi odutimi bo mu say almost representing the same person. There's something there.
Kwame ni bibi.
Me.
Sometimes say obi hihye adwuma. Ohwɛ sɛ obetumi execute adwuma no. O ti ase o hihye adwuma.
Yeah.
Adwuma hyehyɛ kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ bibia ɛnyɛ true but wo yere ho sɛ wobɛma no ayɛ nokorɛ. Eti wobɛhyehyɛ but in the course of hyehyɛ no
now
ɛkwan bi ba bɛda ama obi ahu sɛ wahyehyɛ
adwuma because only
ɛdu bi na wo punch holes.
Yes, because the moment the contesting person Akosua Serwaa ebehu ni say you are representing the interests of Abusuano any other pedal on technical grounds something has gone bad. I say we win katie no abobuom bibia koboni. How did that happen? How? Na meba adia ato Abusuapanin no menyini say any de na moma yensua ade kakra bi mfiri mu sɛ sasɛm ba sometimes uyo penia ɛwɔ sɛ wo home asɛm so na wotie afanu no nyinaa in total like tie ne yie before you open your mouth to speak because say the American the moment ewuo no ɛba yɛ pɛ no how Abusuapanin eba out no I said he had an agenda because of sa ahinie nsembia nkoye and all that no that's a mabowa to ho and at see seven circle type of thing can say obabi see no kra na say anything. He said so many things. It was wrong because at that time no adia to Abusuanani until you don't come out with vengeance even if nipa no now no wasem ene wawu what are you going to do? But my memra enyema AC ewo court no unu majimai me hunu ema na omo kon for Akosua Serwaa na meti omo se pa
na omo mo kon for do Bronii de onti ase
to boy se me be now the nipa asem hye nipa num na uyini sa me ma be ye tim odobori tim Akosua Serwaa o me fa me kwan me fa me kwan be fa
wafa Akosua Serwaa kwan
say omuna they are being a bit more aggressive, right?
All right.
They are being more aggressive into those omuna I will address them.
I don't know what to say.
Okay. Ajimai. It might be a building mema. It might be
sure.
a building a mema.
Of course.
Okay. Because there are times who obey man crampo maybe do maybe or ababomo na atoba. You don't even believe in yourself again.
Sure.
Say you can do it. Like you are broken from within.
Then.
At that time, and you were busia and I know more. So that time, I was no one.
A year.
To know ban a heading. Now, for some time in the year, I've been thinking, say, how do you build a superstar like the case of Daddy Lumba? How do you build him?
First, you must realize that indeed the person is talented.
Okay.
So the talent was there.
Okay, trouble. Wouldn't you say when up and coming artists ever most of them they don't even believe in themselves? Have you realized that?
Even though they have the talent.
Yes, but they don't believe in themselves. What makes them as omokono? They come to believe that and build that alter ego now. And when say, yes, I am German vibes.
Obi oben no catcher they say. Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm about to draw something to you. This is the process I had. Emma, it probably drew that level, no. And say, before somebody build a superstar like Daddy Lumba. One, also who say a 1 out of 35 million people. 1 out of 35 million people. Then 2, so you must have an eye to see the talent. So you need the creative energy But do you know what you need more? You need the silent force.
And that is
the silent force no any onipa na owo won China or can go assume say
you can make it.
Sami Rasta,
You can do
you
it.
were born to do this. You would make it. You will be great. Ubetima yese kojuentwi. You can be even better than that. Ubetimi. And as the person is giving that to you, unmadia oma o draining a life force.
Into
Edi gumu. Even before you meet the record label ni bibian. He or she is draining his life force or dono nenkwa or the pugu for you to build to that point.
So in the case of Daddy Lumba,
Yes. So in the case of Daddy Lumba, no, you realize what I said last 2 weeks. No, when Charles Kudofosu met Akosua Serwaa, no, now he hadn't gotten to that level. So people see Akosua Serwaa na Lumba pa na ni na say no. Do you know why? Akosua Serwaa drained her soul
into
Daddy Lumba.
and Daddy Lumba is fresh.
Daddy Lumba, yes.
And then Osia
Because-
Boncha number no feeling.
So because you see, you need the silent force. Now that silent force, no, obia, obe G would say you will be Daddy Lumba from Charles Kojofosu no to Daddy Lumba no. Two, Nyankopon bon yen say obi bia wa and obi owiase bia no nim. The person fights for himself or herself. So no be di obi ani wo ti dwane e de hye obi fofra no obi atia o de show no ano. But you see that silent force must say me selfishness in here day etunchen, and I'm going to do everything for your well-being.
If that's the case, then Daddy Lumba wasn't fair to
No,
Akosua Serwaa.
nobody is talking about fairness. We are only talking about what happened.
No, are you also getting my argument?
I do get your point.
Yeah, because
But you see, I want to let us all understand how the journey from Charles Kojofosu to Daddy Lumba was orchestrated.
is it that at the end of the day, if we have the conversation,
Of course.
at the end of the day, if you build a musician, no matter what, one day the musician will be ungrateful to you.
Well, say ungratefulness about musicians in there. How many times have we said it?
Let's just say at the point Daddy Lumba was ungrateful to Akosua Serwaa. Is that what you are trying to say?
It's a bigger conversation, say.
Because-
We will narrow it down.
Yeah.
But unim, how many times have we discussed say ye pundits so be if I say entertainment hosting?
Yeah.
How many times have we talked about ungratefulness?
More than 1,000.
And you're not we near one of those things. I'm not going to settle on it. But the person can say the lady went through all this. That Lumba bona. Most of the enyomono contain
Akosua Serwaa.
and so Akosua Serwaa not in muse.
Sure.
MUSE.
Mm.
And yema na on any film no odo ababomu nsem
No,
emwa.
the
Thank you. You see where Akosua Serwaa was in his life. Like a beautiful painted picture. You can look at it and you'll be singing about it. Writing poems about it.
So in a nutshell, you're trying to say, sir, based on how Akosua Serwaa yeah na so the name kwabeto ma Daddy Lumba no ema enyum pie free mu ba
Yes, because you see, there will be one person now. Obetimi attach you so deep.
Yeah.
Say you become that creative.
Sure.
That's what we call the muse.
Nti enyum aye enjoy bebre so free Akosua Serwaa
Yes.
esu na woda na
Then
no.
the needle. It winning. Daddy Lumba, it's like wama an orchestration, okay, of Akosua Serwaa. Inti ne career ne krono was built around the character Akosua Serwaa
Yes.
and her experiences.
Experience,
Of the man. So when offered the mechanic last week about the financial help, the adnyema oyeni ninano, and then you add this one now in the face, say oye the silent force now. One say only Lumba am pray fame cry.
Not at all.
I
Not
mean,
at all.
now you should be careful
Yeah.
about this thing. You must mark it. On Daddy Lumba enya all the limelight.
That space.
Yes. Now people say, why didn't Akosua Serwaa come out early?
No.
Who didn't hear? Mami Chewa there. So we see there. How long will it take to build a house?
A lot of years.
Okay. So we put the same Diana
Within an hour, you will be done.
Okay. So if she built something
For so many years.
from the foundation, okay. Now say she's about to break it. Now let me show you the effect of the breaking. Now people think say maybe a friend is saying a brand like that Lumba cannot be broken. Oh boy,
It can.
Do you know what will break it?
It can be broken.
Just one allegation.
Sure.
And the number of male musicians are allegations equum. In fact, me can present Boba Kupedin, but yeah, not Bakwa frame, no catch him say what I say. The only thing you need as a male musician now, we are top class musician.
About
Say Ubetima breaky will brand now what building for over 20-30 years, you know. It's just one scandal from a woman.
a woman.
Just one.
Just a woman.
Just one. And I said I didn't know Abama no senka meka.
Can't.
But meka.
Or Ghana ni.
Oh, yeah, nipa. Yeah, nipa.
So say why ain't
Yeah. As I say, now he's reviving it.
Okay, forget.
Into wonim. We must study the woman called Akosua Serwaa.
Akosua Serwaa.
Who did it? Because Adia Otimi to build one person over 35 million people
And sustain him.
and give the person the limelight. I say shine. Take it all.
And you can that no be na that the Lumba say abo ahimrachi no mi no.
Yeah.
Na ontume na ena krokroche no.
Yeah.
Ena oye na dwen say odwendwen na brabo ho. Do hu ya ne say Akosua Serwaa ba beda picture ni.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Ena odi ya nyumo.
Yeah.
Ghana ni no mi
Yeah. Oh, go be out here.
Oh yeah. Goosebump.
So now we come back to the court. And you know, you look at the women who are fighting for Akosua Serwaa. Not because Akosua Serwaa are organized and I say, but they find themselves in the same situation. Now, Onyonko, Edane, Oda, they understand how when you are building a man, we'll break it down to put the man together. Now, let him become a hero. And then at some point, whatever you built, no, you are being discredited for. Yeah. So when you see the women at the court now, and they are doing what they are doing now, you should understand them. Say there is something going on now. They feel in tandem with Akosua Serwaa. Adam Dibusi.
That's
offer
some boy.
Emma be brain so abuama won kunum aye successful ene omo form nyehwe. A lot of women are standing behind their husband. Ama omaye successful. Ameneno. Like they even find it difficult to even get that compassionate when a woman side.
Ama some girls your man better and no more enjoy.
What I say. And you know it will continue to maybe whatever the outcome of the court case no.
The case is in court. If I ask you to advise a beautiful woman called Bronii, what would be your advice?
If I beginning the near can say how many years I was spending with Daddy Lumba, and your Shekwane should be well celebrated as the companion. Ni nearby sinenum pain say now ye no girlfriend or no wa or babe show because ni nuan who don't know whatever Charles Beckner bia no ye. Obia cannot dispute the fact that Bronii any bibi or Lumba life for these years. Nobody obia no me who can so ye Akosua Serwaa e fanu said you now ka say Bronii nye she or ye say me no nya gen. And I mean support also because say aduane nko ampo na no no amani dia waye bibi ama Lumba nya nkwan hodene enti eno saa ne na wo marka ho And that alone should be celebrated. But then no, what the sa a brenna what brenning in ano Eddie Babe. I'm telling you, say ye book or to assembly man pa that victory will not reflect in the whole country. Because the signs, internet say the voice of the people is the voice of God. The AC will call to die in the chino. The number of people are what that kind of recognition for the wife, the first wife now, and then the supposed only wife no. How Ghana nyina hunu editina odo Bronii war fans wo internet so na ye hu se ebia court no e ko supporting da
we infamo eye den na oba na ohye kokomu ho na nobody knew her has such following
because of questions why be enu no
that's
odo Bronii kwa de na ye
I'm not sure Lumba showed Akosua Serwaa on
no but the call program
but share ono or it's see I make assembly ma drama so
the early stages of 92 91 we and I
no coach omo a
they can make anything one so no
coach
Akosua Serwaa was
no but the point is that me
because me can't say ordinary by my office that
enya office asa coach omo a makọ court nen omo heli aya Akosua Serwaa no 1980 and 75 no.
Oh yeah.
They were not even no musu.
Me say well Ghana.
Yes.
Can confo kwa no say Lumba yiri ni.
Yes. Unim say unto say that the Lumba we no. Ansa na Akosua Serwaa matete o Lumba nyum no. Me who say ni eye ni ra.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
But unim I want to advise Odo Bronii. No, I feel like I want to advise him. Me see ani da. Me hu no 101 da. That day I call Lumba we na call 1 week no. Me we vi keke. That was my first day I met hu no feel. But onim baby. She has done well for being with Daddy Lumba at that tender age. Na onim sane ye handle bema. Daddy Lumba ucheni mfie mu mienu a very close to the lady. Etutum se na se ne bra pani bi. But otumine ne tenaye for almost about 15-16 years or whatever. It means or your buy at a time. I would name a fee adie yo. Now what's na be man one na wo enkwadansia. Young woman, you've done well. What me ahwe superstar yi na hye fie. Ebinom say eduru ba bi kura go through atete. But now what you? Ba oni bibi. Andokraya ba kupe se Odo Bronii unim pa se Daddy Lumba oye be ma na woni ne ti islegon owo yere wonim se fe na Akosua Serwaa wonim pa hwe fa sa ebuo no ene ni die no e mama me no sa ebuo no ene ni die no e mama me no. I watch one of the TikTok programs on moye. And lady be or see a friend Angel a basso beka say. Not only that yes, only that the Lumba chempana ewa bruchiri. Now that the Lumba e catcher and say, me yiri di Akosua Serwaa. For nidi wo wiase nyina ama no. So nim benantiacha. In as much as me no chempana no. So Odo Bronii mfa ni trim say nyo no pena that the Lumba na chempana. Unfortunately, it is no one that the Lumba and a woman a ba. Only a mabinum so a sign. Tis a sending on also only be sign. Was channel a ma a free and transia mutra mubayano, a japadi. A shet munina money munyam. Ye jina courtry, Emma, that the Lumba see a corner ye see and corner ye ben a yen and a yeno, all because. Odo Bronii ujina mfimfin se oya yere tio ujina musa oya yere ena eyere onum so oya yere ene enua pani a onim se ne yere Akosua Serwaa no so se wonya yere. In fact me tuni fu se opa omienya samuni mfiri koto na onfa maame ni position ni man se eyere na onchemu because in life all is vanity. Se ohwe ne yekoso okumase after the court no de ma ne ye no a se empo court ni bu asem ne mana ebeye den so bekokumase so bekọ ye ni bi empo court bu ase oye eyire no nko ye kuna hwe se ukọ obi adehifie na you are not welcome. Ukọ na adehifie na wo mo awukọ mu fie no enje wuntum. How do you go? Ohwe ne AC no mene no a eye mema papa me ne be ma ne ye bi oba ono no eware ye no onfa aware no animu kunade ni nyina na mimi remeni as ema papa na hwɛ sɛ kakumase ma na ansan heli nana na mom so otwen ebie bu asɛm ni wie na ekɔtɔ ne ɛbɛtɔ a onya nigye enkokumase ayi na se sana me hu
ɛna asɛm na ɔkan no me sure sɛ Lumba kan bi kyerɛ no sɛ mo mfa Akosua Serwaa enia because me nu nyina na tifie ɛna masesa ne mfo nyini fie ba akoma ba fie ba akoma kyerɛ wo de. What am I telling you?
Okay. Timidi me afutu ka
What am I
na
telling you?
I mean, it's
Inti asɛm na angel kan no. So on say angel nyomo ho.
Yeah.
Aha, ne nyomo ho mo amunim.
Ah, angel nyomo ho.
Lumba was
Odo kutia.
Aha. Inti no ono asɛm na also ka kyerɛ no no. Me ye sure say odo Bronii wati bi wona so.
Okay.
Because se unenete na udi empo no senka Lumba jaya aware tio unenete no mpo ojaya aware ena oware wo ena die ne beka kire edie ne bema Lumba de still the pictures oba na awajaya na aware no
Eda so tatar dem
pictures eda wo ne matrimonial home. It says it all, the kind of a year na Lumba even after a man be or fan watching, he still recognizes the contribution of it. On say, and some Lumba can when you mean fan call for him. A Akosua Serwaa de na close down. Obia Lumba didn't born Numbiano or appreciating Bia or kind Bia. But Akosua Serwaa one quad de cross down. Cross no say. Memma mu refi no da. Dano chese se ne Akosua be dane ne bon sam kra that still appreciate her dano
nti your baby a won watwempena Akosua Serwaa de
da no that forever and ever. That is what it means. Say Akosua Serwaa de mamu refi ni da, that is forever and ever. If you want to say something about Lumba, don't forget Akosua
Serwaa. Eti mi de kwa me mafutu amede ama odo Bronii.
Mam so money be. Say me nyu apeni me me. And I'm sam share kwa ni.
Sister Akos. Hey, na no Akos.
No
Sister Bronii.
Sister Priscilla. Asem ni na ne say approach no. First approach no call wrong. First approach no e call wrong. Na de bia no me fat no say time na you di 1 week no Akosua Serwaa buy no o say advice em right no say advice me dey build it and say
you we be ma coach so to ni
corner
coach
who dey wadan for coach wadan for
ye na ye to fu de be coach jai be do so
oh